Social media impact our lives in every possible way, and it is causing many failed relationship and marriages. I mean, it is creating havoc. It is creating mayhem. I mean, it is doing a serious number on marriages and relationship. And according to a study by the American Academy for Matrimonial Lawyers, 81% of divorce attorneys report that social media evidence is being used more frequently in divorces today. In divorce cases, yes, they are using that. And I want to talk to you about the danger and the impact of social media on your marriage and what you can do to protect your marriage from it. That's what's coming up next, right here on Not Easily Broken. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I am Doran, and this is Not Easily Broken. Social media is probably affecting your marriage right now. Whether you realize it or not, it has a big impact on how we live, how we operate, how we think, and it is reshaping how we even receive and process information. It's everywhere, right? It is absolutely everywhere. It is in your pocket, on a phone, it's on your mind, and it's constantly showing us this perfect highlight reel of other people's lives. I mean, sometimes you really wonder, is it real or is it fake? But here's the question I want to ask you. Is social media actually ruining marriages and relationships today? Well, let's be real about it. One of the biggest challenges with social media is jealousy. We have seen where you have seen people scrolling through Instagram and notice their partner X liking their spouse pictures, and it creates all kinds of situation. It sparks jealousy. It can create insecurity, right? We've seen that. Low self-image and low self-esteem. Even the most innocent interaction online, like DMs, it can be misinterpreted for something that is not very serious, and it can blow up into something big. You have got so much tension and anxiety because of social media. I believe some of you guys had a good marriage. I believe some of you guys had a better relationship. I believe you were in a better state of mind, state of being, state of consciousness as it relates to self-image and self-esteem. But all of a sudden, you got addicted to social media and you don't even know who you are anymore. Some of you guys don't even know what love looks like anymore. And it is not just about your partners showing concern or having concern about your usage on the internet. It's also affecting you. It's affecting your children. You know, my wife and I remember we go out for dinner and we sat down and we were like, babe, let's see exactly how many people are going to just put their phone down and just talk to each other. I'm talking about like gleaming in each other's eyes, like having meaningful conversation while they're waiting for their food. You would be surprised that when we look around the room in the restaurant, majority, I'm talking about most of the people, most of the couples, as soon as they place their order, instead of them looking and talking, guess what they're doing? They pick up their phone and they start texting. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. How many of you guys compare yourself with this perfect couple that you see online and start questioning your own relationship? Think about it. You're seeing these polished, perfect moments that others are posting. They're posting their vacation, their romantic dinner, the sunrise and the beautiful sunset, the surprise gift. It's enough to make you wonder, why doesn't my relationship look like that? But here's the thing. I really want you to hear me and hear me on this. Social media is just a highlight reel. Yes, 90% of the time there's a camera that is set up and they are recording themselves. But we don't get to see them when the record is off. We don't get to see them when the camera is turned off. It's not real life. Majority of it's not real life. When you start to relate or you start to compare yourself with someone filter and co-rated content, it's no wonder you feel like your relationship isn't measuring up. There are several studies and statistics to back up the claim that social media impact marriages and relationships in many, many ways. And a lot of it is not good. A lot of it is bad. Here are a few findings from this research. Number one, increased jealousy and relationship tension. A study published in the journal Computer in Human Behavior found that high level of social media, Facebook usage were associated with increased jealousy and conflicts between romantic partners and marriages, right? Constant exposures to social media activities such as likes and comments and others can lead to misunderstanding. Yes, it can lead to misunderstanding and it can lead to problems in your marriage. And here's another one, and this one is very deep, right? Social media and divorce. According to a study by the American Academy for Matrimonial Lawyers, as I explained a little bit before in my intro, right? 81% of divorce attorney report that social media evidence is being used more frequently in divorce cases. Yes, it's been used more frequently. And this includes evidence of inappropriate messages, suspicious behavior, or documentation of infidelity. Another study published in Computers in Human Behavior found that increased use of the internet and social media is correlated with a higher likelihood of contemplating divorce. Yes. So people that watch a lot of social media on the internet, always getting up into their feelings, social media play a big role in whether you're satisfied in your marriage or whether you're not. That, my friend, is very serious, right? Here is another one, time displacement. A survey conducted by the Pew Research Center revealed that 45% of people in relationships say social media has a major or somewhat significant impact on their relationship. One of the key issues cited was the amount of time their partners spend online, which often leads to neglect, less quality time together, and it can create more frictions and more problems. It create more arguments and all these different things. Here's another reason why the internet is destroying marriages: relationship satisfaction. Research from the University of Missouri suggests that the more couples spend on the internet, on social media, the more they are going to experience negative outcome in their relationship. This includes low relationship satisfaction due to feeling being ignored or emotionally disconnected. And here's another one, and this is also very key, right? Cheating and social media. In a survey of 1,000 people by the website Cyber Psychology, 1 in 3 couples admit that social media has caused jealousy and suspicion of cheating within their relationships. Did you hear that? This shows how easy it is to interact with people online that can create a distortion in your mind, in your brain, and allow you to think that it's okay, but it's not. It's creating problem. So what do you do, or what can you do to protect your marriage from this dilemma? What can you do to safeguard your marriage, safeguard your relationship? Well, the first thing that you need to do is to always remember this, that all marriages are not created equal. Did you hear what I just said? All marriages are not created equal. Just because it worked for them, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You need to spend time to get to know your spouse for who they are, what they bring to the table. You need to know their good ways, their bad ways, their habits. You have to spend time to get to know this, because if you don't, you are going to measure yourself up with another human being that you probably don't even know for sure. You can't mirror your life off someone else's lifestyle. You got to know yours. Know what works for your marriage. Just because you see somebody online kissing up and holding hands and running on the beach, you don't know if that's what they do when they're in closed doors, behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up into the hype. Step away from it and get to know your spouse for who they really are. And number 2, stop comparing your spouse with someone else. I think this is low down and dirty. comparing your spouse or comparing yourself with someone else. You know, my friend, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are uniquely, distinctively created by God. There's no one in the world like you. Over close to 8 billion people in the world, and you are different. You are unique. You are distinguished. You are perfectly made in the image and in the likeness of God. Why would you want to compare your spouse with someone else? I mean, that's just crazy, man. I've heard so many people have complained about that. Learn to be yourself because everybody else is already taken. Get to learn about you, get to know you. Learn to love your spouse for who they are. Focus on all their good qualities and don't highlight and always complain about the things that you think is missing in their life. And if you really look deep into your life, it's really not what missing in your spouse's life. It's really what's missing in yours. Because if you're not good to yourself and you don't feel good about yourself, you're never going to feel good about someone else. You won't. Hello, talk to me. Number 3, spend time away from social media. Yes, listen, hear me and hear me well. You have to make a conscious decision that you're going to go on a social media fast. You know, for those of us that are always impacting and trying to serve and trying to mentor or pour into others, and, you know, there are times when I don't want to turn on the video. I don't want to shoot a video. I don't want to send a post. I don't want to do anything. And there are times when it becomes so bad that I don't even want to get started again. Yes, because you have got to know that listen, man, even though this is a great way for us to network and to build a business and to impact and to influence and to change lives, at the end of the day, if you're not okay, what good are you to someone else? You cannot pour from an empty cup, right? You can't pour from an empty vase. Something got to be in you. And you cannot just keep giving and giving and giving and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. You got to stop everything and focus on your spouse, focus on God. You got to focus on God all the time. But you got to spend time to get to know who you are. Number 4, don't allow high tech to replace personal touch. Let me tell you something. I don't care how high tech you get. One-on-one connection, one-on-one friendship, one-on-one interaction with your spouse, there's nothing better than that. I mean, I'm surprised that there are people that rather talk on the phone or text each other than have really one-on-one personal touch conversation. Unbelievable. High tech cannot replace personal touch. I don't care how much virtual addicted you are. You want to live out a real relationship, you need to find real people. And so you can't do that online and expect that you're going to have a good marriage. It's just not going to work. Number 5, you have to be transparent. You can't be hiding. It got to be out in the open. Your life got to be an open book. And if you're hiding your social media pages and you're hiding your phone, you are a suspect. I'm just going to be real about it. My wife have access to everything. I'm talking about my phone. She have access to my computer. She have access to my tablets. She have access to everything. She knows all my stuff. I know hers too. There's no hiding. What's the sense? This doesn't work. Number 6, spend time without your stupid phone. Yes. Turn this crazy phone off. This is a marriage killer. This is the new marriage killer. This is the new relationship killer. Yes. Cell phone, social media. Turn it off. Throw it across the room. And just spend time together. Do you know that you can be present and not there? Do you know you can be there and not present? Do you know that you can be present but you're not in the moment? Do you know how many people are really having conversation and their mind is somewhere else? I am telling you right now that if you spend 30 minutes a day uninterrupted conversation with your spouse, I'm talking about you and your spouse talking and no one there to interrupt you, you'll be surprised the kind of relationship, the kind of bond, the kind of friendship that you developed. Just 30 minutes a day. 30. Not an hour. Not 31. Just 30 minutes. And it will change your relationship forever. And finally, number 7, you need to know your fantasy from your reality. A lot of you guys don't know your reality from your fantasy. You don't know your virtual reality from your reality. And because you are so addicted to social media and you become inoculated or you become programmed to the screen, your social dilemma is really acting up and you don't even realize it, but you're losing days and hours and weeks, even years of your life scrolling and spending on social media while your marriage is falling apart. That's no way to live. That is no way to live. You've got to know your reality. And the reality is that you need to spend time to communicate, spend time together, spend quality time together, talk, interact with each other. It is so easy for people to have arguments now. You know why? Because they spend less time talking and more time scrolling. It's a disaster, my friend. It's a disaster. And you got to stop. You need to do something about it starting right now. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Social media doesn't have to ruin your relationship. No, it doesn't. It can also help, but it shouldn't be the focus of your relationship. Be aware of the pitfalls, the jealousy, the distraction, the miscommunication, and talk to your partner about it. Set boundaries. Stay away from people or anything that is a distraction. Focus on what really matters. And you'll find that social media can actually bring you closer if you know how to use it. And it can also destroy your relationship if you don't know how to use it. All right, that's it for today. And if you have dealt with social media drama in your relationship, please drop a comment in the comment section and let us know exactly how you navigate through it. We'd love to hear from you how you handle it. And if you're looking for more tips to build a stronger, successful marriage, this is a great place for you. So please like and share. Please subscribe to our channel. And this is a great video coming up and helping you how to build a better, stronger marriage. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, remember that your marriage is not easily broken.